Okay, well, welcome everybody to Introduction to Marketing. I wanted to review a couple key things. I'm your professor, Mike Ahern. I'm also the research director of the Sales Excellence Institute, and I've been with the University of Houston for about 17 years as a professor. Prior to that, I was a professor at Emory University, University of Connecticut, Penn State, and here at UH for 17 years. And I'm the C.T. Bauer Chair in Marketing as well. So looking forward to working with you here. I enjoy doing this class, and I've got a great team with me. The two people who work with me in this class are Alejandro Portas, who is a TA that's been with us for approximately, how many semesters now? 5, I believe it is now, Alejandro, 5 semesters. And Victor Noguera, who works as an instructional assistant, who's been here for 2 semesters. I'll show you really quickly. This is our team that we have. So we have myself, we have Victor Noguera, and we have Alejandro Portas. Okay, so just a couple key things about contact information for us. We've given our emails, which, and I want to just emphasize the best way to reach us. So I have approximately 1,300 students across my classes. So that's why we have to have TAs and instructional assistants, and these guys are very experienced with this class. So I regulate questions in the following manner. If you have questions about Blackboard, a problem with a quiz, a problem with functionality, anything regarding something that you're working on in the class where you're having some challenges or timing issues or things like this, or even you need extra time and it didn't get allocated to you or anything like this from the Students with Disabilities Office, all of that information will go through Victor or Alejandro. So Victor and Alejandro can answer any of those questions and are the first line of defense for pretty much anything, including the content in the class. Victor is actually a 4th-year PhD student and teaches this class as well in the summers. So we're all very familiar with this. Alejandro has actually written many of the quiz questions in the class. He's a PhD student as well. So everyone's pretty familiar with this stuff and knows it very well. So again, my name is Mike Ahern. We have Alejandro and we have Victor. These are our Zoom office hours. We put links in the syllabus as well as on Blackboard for those office hours. And we love to meet students. So if you'd like to pop in and talk to us, it's great. No problem at all. Alejandro also meets people in person. If you prefer to do that as well during his office hours, you can go into the Bauer College up to the marketing suite. And meet him in his office in the marketing suite. All that information, again, is listed on the syllabus as well, okay? A couple of other key things I just wanted to point out before we get to Q&A. Many people ask questions about the requirements for the books and materials for the class. We do have a textbook. It's I make sure to choose a textbook that's a little less expensive and an older edition. This is the 18th edition of Kotler and Armstrong. I really suggest that you take at least the 18th edition, not go back to the 17th or 16th, even if it's cheaper, simply because there's been revisions to this last edition, particularly in the areas of digital and other areas that, internet marketing, a lot of other stuff that is in there now that was not in prior editions. So you can get if the best way and cheapest way to get it is directly through eText, through Pearson, and it's $39.99, and that's the digital version. You will not need My Marketing Lab. You will not need the supplementary materials. All of that is up on our Blackboard, and we don't charge for that. So we try to circumvent that process of Pearson charging for all that extra stuff. So all you need is a textbook, and it will be helpful for you for tests and quizzes. Some people, of course, will decide not to use the textbook or to share it with somebody else or use the PowerPoints. That's completely your choice. If you choose to go that route, I would say that that's not optimal because we do pull some stuff from the text readings as well as the lectures. So I would say that would probably be a better strategy to get the book and look and read the chapters. We also are using a simulation this semester called the Stu-Kent simulation. I have negotiated significantly with Stu-Kent to bring the price down. The normal price for the simulation is $60. we're doing it at $25 for our class. And I negotiated a volume discount given how many students we have. So if you buy it through the link that we provide on a syllabus and on Blackboard, you'll get it through for $25. If you go to other sources, it will be more expensive. And just a note to you, if you're going through the bookstore at UH, the bookstore marks up everything. So if you buy direct, you get it cheaper. If you go through the bookstore, there's going to be a markup on everything. You know, the bookstore is private and makes money. So you have to be aware of the fact that that's how the process works. One final thing that I want to share with you is the class itself. You should have seen all this in the introductory video that I posted, but I want to highlight a few things. We are going to have lecture quizzes, video quizzes, and these are regular quizzes. There's 11 lecture quizzes, 18 video quizzes. We always drop the lowest grade. So if you forget to take one, you miss it, you screw up, that's dropped. But I would recommend that you take all of them. The lecture quizzes focus on my every 2 chapters. So if I do chapters 1 and 2, it'll be chapters 1 and 2, or 3 and 4. It'll be 2 chapter segments of my lectures, and it'll be focused on the content in the lecture. The video quizzes focus on little video segments that give demonstrations of concepts within the chapter and profile executives and other people within organizations talking about the application of these methods. And we're going to have 18 of those. Very short quizzes. There's no reason why people shouldn't do well on these. People usually score very well. We also have the StuKent simulation. If you'll notice on the syllabus, that won't start for another 6 to 8 weeks from now. So we do want you to get prepared and register for that by using your university email that'll allow you to get the discounted price. So make sure you use that to register for that. We're going to have a midterm and a final. The midterm and final are not cumulative. It's just up to the material we've covered. So the first chapters we've covered will be on exam 1, which will be on, we'll use the Respondus lockdown browser. Make sure you have a camera. For exam 2, we'll also use the Respondus lockdown browser. Make sure you use the camera for that. And we will hold some extra credit, and the dates and times and way to do that will be on Blackboard, but it is also already made available on your syllabus to understand that in a little more detail. One final thing I want to mention to you is I posted up on Blackboard some of the frequently asked questions about the class. For example, will it be live? The only live portion will be it will be asynchronous, so we'll give people plenty of time to do the class. It will be posted and you can watch it, so there won't be live sessions. We will have proctored video. Our quizzes are not proctored. They're given through Blackboard. They're not through the Respondus browser. You can just use any browser, doesn't matter. It's open note, open book, but we do not want you sharing answers and information with classmates. So what I mean by that is, do not go on GroupMe and post your answers or post solutions, because we do police that, and we want to make sure everyone is doing things fairly. A couple other things. You cannot take quizzes more than once. You do a single quiz attempt at the quiz, and that will be your score. So that's very important for you to know, that you do your best job you can on the quiz, and you get the score on the quiz. We give you about 5 times the amount of time that you would normally need to take that quiz. So it's a very short quiz, and we give you a long time to take it, so that it will not be a time constraint whatsoever. The quizzes appear and content appears on Blackboard for each upcoming class at midnight the night before that class. So now it's class 1. All that material appeared yesterday. It'll appear then for the next class midnight before that, so on and so forth. Okay. And then finally, you don't need My Marketing Lab. You do need to purchase StuKent. And the last thing is if you have a problem with the class, again, Victor and Alejandro are your key touch points with me. If you have content about the class, things about guidance and career things, anything like that, or you just want to join my Zoom calls and talk to me about things in the class, I'm happy to do so. Okay. All right. So let's open it up for anybody who might have questions. If you could do a hand raise function on your Zoom, anybody come out and ask a question, we'd be happy to address any questions anybody has.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ahern, Professor
Let's
Ahern.
go to, is it Todio?
Yes, sir, Antonio.
Antonio, go ahead, please.
One of the questions that I have, are we supposed to have a Zoom meeting every Tuesdays and Thursdays?
So no, we won't have a in-person meeting at all, Antonio. Antonio, what will happen is all the content will be posted to Blackboard, and it's what's called asynchronous, which means videos will be posted, and you can watch the videos at your convenience. So we'll be posting a lecture video usually, and then a video that is a content video, and you watch those, and you read your information, and then you do whatever assignments are posted for you as well. But all of that is detailed also on the syllabus. So you'll know all the times. We've been very detailed about that too. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. And if you have questions, though, if you see here, these are live times that any of you that you can meet us at any time. So, for example, Fridays from 9 to 10 a.m., you can just pop on the Zoom, and then you can meet with me and talk with me anytime. You can do that with Victor and Alejandro, or you can do that with them in their offices too in person as well. Okay.
Hi, Professor.
Let's go to Amia.
Printer. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Who is this?
Nga Printer. NGA. Nga.
Okay, let's go ahead. Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, I want to ask you where I can find the video quiz, for I can watch it, but I cannot find it on the Blackboard.
Okay, so Blackboard has, and I think we'll bring up, so maybe what I'll do is while we're talking right now, I'll have Alejandro bring up Blackboard on his machine, and he can share some of the contents of Blackboard with you guys to show you the outline of it really quickly. And then I will come back to that question in a moment. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Amaya. Amaya, is that correct? Am I saying your name right?
Yes, it's Amaya. My question is, if we buy the student stimulation for like another class, can we also use it for yours, or is it like we're paying at $25 again?
So there's going to be different versions of StuKent that are used. So StuKent has 6 different simulations. I would make sure it's the same simulation. So for example, if you're taking Bill Zahn's class, it will be a different simulation than what we're using, even though it's StuKent, okay? So I would just make sure that you're using the same one, okay? If you are, please message me and let me know, okay? All right. So let's go to Sarah.
Hello, Professor. This is Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi. My question is, what is simulation? Could you give a little bit detail about it?
Yeah, so the simulation is an exercise that we're going to be doing where you actually do a bunch of market research specifically about some products and services that you're going to be marketing. And you determine what your customer markets are in that, and you decide what research you want to do. And then based on that, you come up with a digital marketing plan, and it gives you a lot of options online to come up with that plan. And it then gives you information about how you did, and you can try to optimize your digital marketing plan. Okay. We're going to be giving an introductory class on that, and also be providing more material on that when it comes up to give everyone a full background on it before we start.
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
Sure. Let's go to Daniel. Daniel?
Hi, Professor. I have a question. Are we able to work ahead of time on the coursework, or is it going to be a kind of week-to-week basis?
It will release week to week, Daniel. And the reason we do that is because we find that it confuses students when we release ahead of time. And we end up getting issues where people make mistakes and stuff because we haven't introduced material. So I open it as it becomes available and close it when it closes. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Harris.
Yes, Professor, thank you. I just would like to know, when do we know when the new chapter videos are posted and when the old chapter quizzes are due?
Okay, so on Blackboard, it will show you the due dates on Blackboard, but also on our syllabus, which I'll pull up here in a second for you. Actually, I'll have Alejandro pull that up. On Blackboard, it shows the specific dates and everything when things are released and when they're due, down to the minute. Okay, but I'll share with that. We'll share some of that information with you just to make sure you understand. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's go with Kailash Shankar.
Yes, sir. It's Kailash.
Kailash. Okay, Kailash, thank you.
For the Student simulation, should we purchase it now or should we wait until the simulation opens?
It's completely up to you. The price will not change. So, but I will recommend that you do it like a week or so ahead of time at least.
Yes, sir. And then is it okay if we use our @uh.edu or do we need to use our @kubernet.uh.edu?
Either one of those will work fine, but I just need you to have one of those because then it identifies you as a UH student and that's when the discount applies.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Aiden?
Hi, I was just wondering where we find the syllabus quiz.
This is the announcement page. So here we have all the announcements for the class. So when you go to content, you're gonna see each class. It will appear at the date that we have on the syllabus. So for now, we only have class 1, that is today, 24. So when you click there, it will take you to this to have a to-do list where it shows you what you need to do this week. We'll show you the video. You can access the syllabus here. You can access the quiz, the syllabus quiz, and you can have the presentation, and that's it. So the next class is gonna be on the 26th. So if you go on the content folder on the 26th, you're gonna see another file. And then you're gonna be able to click and enter and see the new assignments. So for now, we only have this on Blackboard. So anybody has any question for now for what we have on Blackboard?
I have a question, Alejandro. So,
Yeah.
so every Tuesday and Thursday, there's gonna be a class posted on Blackboard.
Exactly. A new folder will appear, and then you will have access to the class, to the video, and then from there, in the same folder, you're gonna have access to the quiz. And if it's a date where you have lecture quiz, you're gonna also have access to the lecture quiz. So let me show you.
Okay, Alejandro, let me show them really quick. I just pulled up mine. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So you guys can see here. So again, if you're on the class, I'm in a student view of it. This is what you all will see. You're going to see the office hours with our Zoom links. You're going to see all of the frequently asked questions and then the announcement for today. If you go down to the course content, that's where all the content will be. You can see this is our first class. If you click on it, it's now available. You'll see that everything on here, including the quizzes, will be due September 1st. So you have to complete all this by September 1st at 11:59. This all shuts down access at that time. Although the videos and the content are still there, you can't take the quizzes after that time period. So you see here, if I were to click on this, this is the video for the class. For our first session of the syllabus and trends. Here's our course syllabus itself. If you click on this, this is the syllabus quiz that you can take. Here, this is the actual files of the PowerPoint that was used, and then right here is I believe it's a second version of the syllabus. Yes, okay. So it's the same syllabus, but it's been posted twice. I'll make sure I fix that. All right, and so what you'll see is every time a class opens, we're going to have the new material come up there for it. Okay, so if we look here at the course syllabus, I'm going to pull this up really quickly. Alejandro, can you see the syllabus?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so if we look at the syllabus, you can see all the dates that the classes happen on, and that's when at midnight that night, that's when they're going to reveal all the content for each of those sessions. And you can see here, this is when the lecture and video quizzes, this is when the quizzes open, this is when the quizzes are due. So you can see for everything in the class, when it opens and when it's due, okay? That's the lecture quizzes. And then here's some more information about the course itself. And then this is some information about the StuKent simulation that you can read if you'd like to know more about all your decisions that you're doing and stuff around the simulation. I also talk about that in the introductory video. But the syllabus is very detailed. It gives you all the details of when things open and close. So if, on a weekly basis, if you're on there, just making sure that you look at the content, it will be very clear what's due and what's not and the time that it's due. The best way to see when everything opens and closes is to go right here to the syllabus, and you can see when all of the videos open and close, okay? All right. So let's get out of the...
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, all the video assignments and all the quizzes, they're going to be on Blackboard, not on the StuKent simulation. So everything is going to be on Blackboard, the quizzes and the exams, nothing more, nothing else.
That's
so
right.
Every time, yeah.
Yeah, the only time we use the StuKent simulation is when we actually run the simulation itself, which will be far down the road. But every lecture quiz and video quiz will appear right on Blackboard. There will be no other place to get it. You just come on Blackboard, you take those, okay?
Am I able to ask a question?
Yes, if you raise your hand, we can tell who you are. There's a lot of people in the session. Is it Samantha?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, great. All right, Samantha, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't know how to raise my hand on here.
Yeah, no problem.
Basically, so for this week, all we have to do is complete the syllabus quiz and watch the lecture video, correct?
Yes.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Actually, what you should be doing this week is watching the lecture video, and there's going to be a lecture that comes up on Thursday as well. We're going to release that on Tuesdays and Thursdays is when the content releases. But you'll notice that we don't make the quiz for the first part available till, I mean, not available, but due till September. And the reason we push that first quiz back, they're usually due that week. But the reason we push it back is people add and drop for the first 10 days of the course. And so we want to make it available for that full time period. So, so we do push back the first assignment due date quite a bit, just to accommodate people who add drop period.
Okay, so for like throughout the whole semester, videos are going to drop both Tuesday and Thursday, correct?
Yeah, every Tuesday and every Thursday at midnight, all of the content releases.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Michelle?
Yeah, hi. I have a question that before the exams, will we have a review?
Yes, we're going to do a review session before the midterm and before the final, and I'll be posting review content for you as well.
Thank you.
Sure.
Also to remember that you only have one time on each quiz, and also it's going to be time limited to 1 hour. So you know. So it's going to be one attempt, and you have 1 hour to complete for each quiz and for each video quiz and for each lecture quiz.
Right. Yeah, it shouldn't take you anywhere close to an hour. The average time that those take for people to complete is somewhere between 11 and 15 minutes is the average time those quizzes take. So they're very straightforward, and the questions are, and it's completely open book, open note. So you can have in front of you or on your computer anything you want during those quizzes. That's not true for the tests, but for the quizzes, it's all open book, open note. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So last night I was messing around with the StuKent, and I was doing some marketing things. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was wondering if that affects my grade in a way or
So we're
not.
gonna put a reset on everything before we start the course. So anything you've looked at, no problem.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All right,
Thank you.
sure. Anybody else? No?
And
Go ahead, Alejandro, please.
yeah, somebody was asking if they can go backtrack for the quiz. Yeah, you can. There are little arrows on the. Don't use the back arrow on your browser. There are some little back, like little arrows in your question that will that will let you go forward or back. So
Yeah,
if you don't understand the question, then you can go to the next question and then go back using those arrows to the question that you don't know.
right. But once you've submitted the quiz as final, it's final. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can
And
take as much time, to go back and forth as you'd like during the quiz. We give a full hour to do that. But once you've submitted that quiz as a final quiz, it is a final quiz. Okay.
yeah, and if you get kicked out due to an internet connection or problem with Blackboard, you're gonna be able to go back and enter the quiz again.
Right. But it is keeping track of your time. So let's say you get kicked
Yes.
out at 59 minutes, you're only going to have 1 minute to complete. Okay.
Professor,
Yes.
if we do good on the whole semester, can we skip final?
No, I require the midterm and final for this class because it's independent content. It's not like a cumulative final for the whole class.
Okay, and it's gonna be camera and no open book, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
All right. Okay.
Somebody's asking if we can use the 18th global edition of the book.
That should be fine. If you, whatever edition you get, Pearson likes to call it global so that they can charge less money and make it scary for you. But you're welcome to use whatever edition as long as it's the 18th. That's fine. Okay.
Excuse me, Professor.
Yes.
I don't know how to raise my hand. I'm sorry.
No,
Can
but
you
go
show
ahead.
me can you show me how to buy the simulation?
How to raise it on Zoom? Raise the hand?
No, how I buy the simulation?
Oh, okay. Yeah, the simulation, there's a link on your syllabus that brings you right to StuKent and you can purchase the simulation.
Oh,
Okay.
just click on the syllabus and they will show me how to buy the
Yes.
simulation.
Yeah, it says, how do I get this simulation? And
Yeah.
then you gonna see that purchase simulation through StuKent, and StuKent is gonna be on blue. Then you click there and it will take you.
My syllabus, it says purchase simulation through StuKent. If you click on that, it brings you to where you purchase it.
Okay, thank you. And then I just put the credit card on or the debit card on, and they give me the code or something.
It's going to bring you to where to buy it, and you make sure you follow the instructions and use your student email. Okay.
Okay.
All right. It'll be $25. If it's anything but $25, you've done it wrong. Okay.
Okay. And do we have to buy the book? Do we have to buy the book?
That's completely up to you. But if you, I find that people who don't read the book don't get as good a grade in the class.
Yeah, but all the information for the book you will post by the PowerPoint or the
No,
letter
that's
or
not
the
correct.
video.
No, that's not correct.
No.
I lecture on a portion of the textbook chapter, but I expect you to read the chapters.
Okay, so I should buy the book. I don't have to, but I should buy the book.
Yes, I recommend that you buy the book.
Okay, sure. And it also has the hard copy on the and the ebook version, right?
If you look here, if you click on this where it says Pearson for 4 months, you'll get it for $40. See that?
Oh, gosh. I didn't see. You wait me 1 second.
Can you look at my screen that I'm showing?
Yes.
Okay. You see this?
Yes. But because I have the scholarship from the school, so they give me the money if I buy the book from the bookstore, and it's more expensive. So I wonder, should I buy from the bookstore with $80? Oh, on the website they say $74.99.
Right. So if
Yeah,
you
and
look on,
it includes the ebook and access.
if you watch me really quickly, if you click on this one, it's $74.99. That's the print version.
Okay.
If you click on the e-text, it's $39.99. Okay.
Okay.
Very important that you
Okay.
follow these instructions right there to get the cheaper version.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep. Let's go to David.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Professor. My question was, is the final exam comprehensive or non-comprehensive?
So the midterm will be on the first half of the chapters of the book and content. The second half will be the final exam will be on the second half.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Professor, the question is going to be based on video and lecture quizzes?
Who is this that's speaking? Just so I know.
Sorry, it's Gul.
Who is this?
Gul?
Oh, Gul. Okay. Hi, Gul. Go ahead.
Hi. So the exam question is going to be based on like video lecture quizzes and video quizzes?
Yeah, let me go to the syllabus part just to show you. So in case you, and I'll be posting before each exam, I will post a bit of a session to be able to practice and get ready for the exam. Okay.
Okay.
So, but you see here the exams. The exams will be on StuKent. The exams will be a 3-day period. It will be given so you can open up and close at any time during those 3 days. And they'll include the textbook, lectures, videos, any guest speakers, or outside material that we put in the class itself. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I'll be posting a detailed review prior to every exam. Okay?
And the question is going to be among those detailed review, right, Professor?
They will focus on the detailed review. Yes, if you study my detailed review and you look at the material I suggest, you should do very well on the exam.
All right, thank you.
Okay, let's go to Amaya. Amaya, you have another question?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay, Aiden, you have a question? Aiden? No, I think Aiden's still raising their hand, but no question. Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't up there from earlier, just sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Anybody else have a question before we
Yes,
finish
sir.
up here? Go
Okay,
ahead.
who first? Okay, for the lecture quiz and for the lecture quiz and the lecture quiz and the video quiz, what type of question, like the multiple choice or true or false or any kind of question?
So the video and lecture quizzes are all multiple choice.
Okay.
And, so the video quizzes are, you can see here, are multiple choice quizzes, and they're 5-question quizzes. They're only 5 short questions. The lecture quizzes are 15 questions, and they're about 15 questions about the lecture. Okay.
Yeah, but it can be the question and the answer or just multiple choice.
Just multiple choice.
Choices, what it'll do is it'll give a statement, and then it'll give you 4 or 5 options to choose from. And
Okay. 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 Thank you so much.
Sure.
Yeah. Jared is asking, is one of the 7 student simulation being taken for the grade?
So what happens is if you look at the grading for the StuKent simulation, what we do is we actually look at the total. First of all, did you complete each of the rounds? And then what happens is it looks at how effectively you've done in your performance each round, and the simulation scores you on your performance relative to the others in the simulation. And you'll see that score each time, and it'll score how well you've done and how effective your decision-making's been. Okay, so each round will contain a scenario, and it gives you instructions. It also gives you a short video on how to do things. And then you will follow that simulation. I'm going to go through and give a whole lecture prior to it on how to run the simulation and give some demonstrations. Okay. Anybody else? have a question?
So Ceci just joined and she's asking if we are gonna post this meeting on Blackboard.
Yes, I'm recording it. I'll be posting it.
Yes, I have a question, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. For the ebook on Pearson, that we have homework assignment in there also, or just the ebook?
Just the ebook.
Yeah, because I'm not like I like the
Just the ebook.
oh yeah. So because I like the book is better than ebook.
Well, you can get the book itself directly if you'd like to, no problem.
Yeah, because I just worry that in Pearson some professor do the assignment in there also. So I just
No. All of our assignments and all of our exercises are directly on Blackboard. We have associated with the book.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sure. Anybody else have a question?
So Felix is asking, will there be any PowerPoint presentation or Word documents that go over the main points over each chapter?
So yes, you'll see here in the Blackboard. So for example, for the introductory session, let's go to under course content. Okay. This is what it's going to reveal. This is my professor's view. So you're going to see that I've already built out the entire semester. Okay. But what we're going to see here is this is what you'll be viewing each week. So if I were to go, if I'm in your view as a student and I go in and I see here for course information, it only shows you, I'm sorry, not course content. It only shows you what has been assigned and due at that time. So right now, class 1 has been assigned and the to-do list is to watch chapter 1 lecture video and to complete the syllabus quiz, okay? So this is the class 1 lecture right here. Here is the syllabus, and then here's the syllabus quiz. And you'll see that I also posted all the PowerPoint that I went through that day. I will do that for each chapter. I'll be posting the PowerPoint as well, okay?
I have a question.
Does somebody else have a question? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have a question. So all the exam on with the Blackboard, not on the Pearson, not anywhere else, right?
No, none of it's on Pearson. It's all on Blackboard.
And because I didn't try in the student simulation. What's the purpose for the simulation? Can you please a little bit, like elaborate?
The simulation will allow you to make decisions around digital marketing and do research and be able to measure how effectively you've studied and you've applied concepts through a series of 8 different decisions. It won't be happening until some time, and I'll be giving a lecture on how it works and how you use it.
Okay, I got it. And the next question, I would like to know the simulation thing could be done in the student, not in the Blackboard learn, right?
The only thing that's required to do outside of Blackboard is the Stuket simulation. That's it. Everything else is in Blackboard.
Okay, I got it. And the last thing, but the Pearson is for the reading purpose, not for the exam purpose, right? Pearson.
Yes, the Pearson is for the reading purposes and will help towards the exam, but you will not use it to take the exams. It's just the content of the book. That's what Pearson is.
I got it.
That's it.
So, Professor, I have a question.
Yes.
So all the marketing, introduction to marketing professors use the Stuket?
Yes, other universities do. I'm not sure that anybody else at UH is using it. There are 5 different versions of Stuket. depending on which one you're using, there's a fundamental version, which we use in the introduction class. There's also very advanced simulations that they create as well. StuKit is the name of a company, and they provide, they make about 80 different simulations, finance, marketing, all kinds of different ones. The one we're using is for the Foundations of Marketing StuKit simulation.
Got you. Thank you.
Mhm.
So I have another question. So it says, can I get this put with a different ISBN number?
You have to, I would verify that it's the same content. My guess is you're looking at the global edition. I would want to make sure that it's the same content or material. Okay.
So another one, how many attempts do we have to complete simulation assignments?
Simulations are one attempt each.
The exams are also in Blackboard.
Yes,
So,
but you have to take them through Respondus on your lockdown browser for the exams, not the quizzes, but the exams, yes.
so I have another one. Is all homework exams will be closed at midnight of the due date? Yes, they'll close at midnight on the due date. And 2 hours for the exam. So that's one question.
Yes, the exams will be given a full 2 hours. And if you're students with disabilities and you provide some sort of setting, some sort of other thing, we will work through that office to take care of whatever requirements. For example, if you have vision issues or if you have hearing impaired or different things, we will be doing it through the Students with Disabilities office.
I'm sorry for the exam is all multiple choice or short answer also.
It's a combination.
Oh, thank you so much.
Another question.
Lowest grade, yes. So there's a question on the StuKent. There is no lowest grade to drop. It's a cumulative grade for the simulation. Okay. The way the simulation works is it all adds up to a cumulative grade. Okay. Each session builds on itself, so they're not independent choices. They build on each other. Okay.
Professor, I have a question.
Yes.
Just to make sure and get the clarity. So the quizzes are the open book, not exams, right?
That's correct. So the quizzes are open book, open note. You can read and use whatever tools you'd like during the quiz exam. You can actually watch the videos during the quiz, no problem. The exams themselves are closed book, closed note, no sharing, and done over the Respondus lockdown browser.
Or there will be only one limit per exam. There is no like redo the exam to get the better marks, right?
No, you can do the exam one time.
Okay, I got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Yes, it is the 18th edition. As long as you get the 18th edition, that's fine. You can get a hard version of it. Global is fine, doesn't matter. Whichever version you want, is just making sure it's the 18th edition. That will be the best because some of the chapters have changed from the 17th to the 18th edition. Okay. Anybody else have a question? We have a few more minutes. Daniel, did you have a question?
Yes, Professor. I was wondering, regarding extra credit, I noticed there was like a 1%. I haven't quite read what it's for though. Is that going to be something during the semester, or is that going to be a special project?
Yes, what it'll be is the university and the marketing department does experiments for faculty on the area of sales and marketing, and participation in those experiments that will be announced during the class will get a 1% addition to the grade.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Excuse me, Professor. With some ebook, we can take note or highlight. on the ebook. So if we buy the ebook, can we do this?
Can you highlight the book? Is that what the question is?
No, I say last semester I took the ebook, and with some book we can highlight or underline or write out something on, but with some ebook we can. So if we buy this book, buy the ebook, can we highlight or underline or take note on the ebook or not?
I think Pearson does allow that in this option of the Pearson textbook, but I'm pretty sure, but I'm not positive. I think that is the case. You can highlight. Yes.
Can or cannot?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Okay, sure.
Yep, you can get the book anywhere you want to get the book as long as it's the right edition. And you do not need any supplementary access through Pearson. All you need is the book itself. If you have a friend who has the book, you can share the book with a friend. If you want to get it at the library and there's a version, which there usually is not, you can get it there. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it on anywhere you want, as long as it's the 18th edition of the book, I would recommend. Okay. Yep. So you'll see on the syllabus when we start using the Stu-Kent simulation. I can't pull it up right now. I just dropped that, but it won't be for another 6 weeks. So I would get get access to the simulation a few weeks prior to make sure it's all functioning and working, so that when we do kick it off, everyone will be comfortable utilizing it. Okay. We have a couple more minutes for questions. Thomas, you have a question?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me properly?
I can, yes.
Excellent. Thank you for having this session, Professor. I just wanted to confirm, I know that you've already said that exams are requiring Respondus lockdown browser. Does that also include a webcam monitor?
Yeah, so we require a webcam and a functioning webcam during the exams. If you do not have a webcam on your computer, we provide information through the Bauer College of where you can check a webcam out, or you can check out a laptop from the Bauer College that will allow you with a webcam that will give you full access. So, but I would recommend that everybody here get a low-cost webcam anyway, because as we start doing classes in digital at Bauer College, you are going to need a webcam. Any online class, for the most part, will require webcams. So I would recommend that you purchase one. In fact, the one I'm using right now is a $13 webcam, and it works really well. So so I would check that out on Amazon and see what's available.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Questions?
Hi, Professor.
Yes, yes.
I missed it. Can you show me where the lecture video so I can watch it? Because the quiz due on the 26th.
They're on the Blackboard under content.
Like, okay,
Just click
like
on the word content on the Blackboard.
introduction to syllabus, right? On class 1, right?
I'm getting back in my Blackboard so I can try to show you. It's going to take me a second.
Okay, I missed it. Sorry.
Just a minute, please. I'll bring it up. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, this is what you'll be seeing when you enter Blackboard. Do you see
Yes.
right here where it says course content?
Yes,
Click on that.
yes,
You click on the session.
yes.
Here's the video for the class
Okay, okay.
right there.
Okay, I got it. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. I appreciate.
Sure. Okay. Cindy, yes.
Good morning. I have a quick question. Where do we get the response lockdown?
When you go right on Blackboard, there's a download. Let me see if I can get it for you really quickly. I'll show you. You're going to need it for a few of your different classes at Bauer, but let me show you. Okay, so when you
announcement.
Yeah. I'm going to go here under. You see, we'll be posting how to get the Respondus Lockdown browser, but actually, if you go to your pages, let me get back here really quickly. So when you come to the first page that shows you your course list, everybody will have this as a view. When you first come into Blackboard, there's a couple things you'll see here. You're going to see my class that I'm teaching for me is here. You'll also see your class that you can go in on. And what you'll see is here's a version of the Respondus Lockdown browser that you can download right here. There's also a note that Chegg, and I will want to note this to all you students, Chegg is now coordinating with the University of Houston. So they send information about when students at access Chegg content. So if you're accessing Chegg content and what content during the quizzes themselves or the tests, they'll be sent to the instructors and people will be investigated for cheating. So I'd be very careful to not access Chegg during test times or quiz times, because if you do, the university has a team that's looking at that, and it actually will not be a good situation. So I would be very careful with that if I were you, okay? Okay, let's go to, is it Chatelain?
Hi, could you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So this question is for my friend. So if she decided to drop this class today, will this class appear on her official report?
No, we're still in the ad drop period for another 7 days, so there will be no problem.
Okay, so the official report will not like appear that she has chose this class and dropped this class, right?
That is correct.
Okay, all right, thank you so much.
Sophia?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I just had a quick question on the exams because I know their webcam and stuff like that. I know that I see that there's 3 days we can take the exams. Is there like a specific time that you're going to tell us that we can take the exams? Because it is going to be webcam based, and I'm guessing that they're going to monitor us during that time. Is there a specific time?
Webcam will be recording you during the session and recording all activity around you. So, and then we'll be viewing those webcam contents. What happens is it goes through an artificial intelligence tool that detects any type of abnormalities during the test and flags those for us and scores each person's test. And then we view those to be able to see if there's suspicious activity. For example, people talking about the questions, that we watch it to make sure that they're not talking about the exam. People looking at contents down on their desk, it shows their eye contact, things like that. It detects that kind of stuff. So what we do is we view that stuff afterwards if there's a flag.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, we're just about out of time, but if anybody has any other questions, and then we're going to wrap up. Great. Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. Alejandro and I will be posting this content to Blackboard later today so that everyone can see it as well that missed this meeting. And I really appreciate your time and look forward to working with you all and seeing you in our office hours. So everybody take care and thank you very much. I look forward to seeing all of you. Feel free to reach out to Alejandro or Victor or myself if you have questions. We want this to move as smoothly as possible for you, and we look forward to working with you. Take care.